Well, I think a high-performing team, as versus to a functioning team, is one that really does understand what it's about, what its purpose is. There's a common purpose. The team members who've come together have got shared, if you like, mental models, ways of approaching the world. They're very good at handling conflict. They do know how to do that, and they need to address it in an open way rather than just debating position. I think that's quite strong for me in high-performing teams. I think there's a lot of trust in the team, and that sort of shared emotion, if you like, and understanding that it is not just a functional team that's there to do technical and tactical things, but it's there to get along and to manage that conflict. You need trust and the ability to be able to call it out. I think also in high-performing teams, leadership is shared, so there's no real hierarchical sort of. There's a framework, and the leader sets that framework, but often that can move around depending on roles that are required within the team. So somebody might take a lead on a piece of it, and somebody else might shift and take a piece on something else. And there's no defensiveness or ego around that, so that's quite strong for me. I think also they're just made of resilient individuals, and a resilient team is one I think that really understands where its strengths lie and plays to strengths. And so a high-performing team is one that is curious, is learning, is often checking itself rather than just doing the job in hand. It's a very nimble, agile team where things can be talked about. I'd describe it as it's a hotbed of sort of conversation, emotion, and actually real good ability in getting things done when they need to be done. I've got a particular view of team fitness in the individual. So when an individual joins a team, because often nowadays you put into a project team, you can come into a team, out of a team. And the same in sports, you can be join a squad and be picked for a relay or different, can be dropped from a team. And I think that it's your responsibility to not wait for the team to be built around you, but actually to think about how you enter into that team. And that requires, I think, a learning mindset, the ability to be open-minded to how that team is formed so far, where your strengths are and how you can play them into the team in that emotionally intelligent way, rather than forcing your point of view in, actually being able to know where it will fit and build enough relationships and not just sort of squirrel away with your specialism, but just get out there and fit within the team yourself. So learning mindset from the individual is very important. And then also I think their own resilience, again, their ability to understand what they're strong at, what their role is, how it fits within the team is very important as well. So I think there's a real good balance of, people say there's no I in team, but there are a lot of individuals in a team, but the idea is to get those individuals to really work strongly together, but it does require the individual to know how to be fit in that team.